This time, whatever we want, we talk about.
2023 Oscar predictions. Spoilers for many of the movies we're about to talk about. Their time codes down in the description if you'd like to jump around to different points in the episode. We talk everything from Everything Everywhere All at Once, Dominance, to the Batman getting absolutely snubbed. Enjoy! Welcome back to Whatever We Want, where we review content across all mediums of media, movies, TV shows, video games, and beyond to give you the most interesting behind-the-scenes insight, storytelling techniques, all that jazz, and more.
We talk everything from Marvel, Disney, Pixar. Without further ado, let's jump right into it.
Pre-banter peanut butter. Daniel, this is a segment of the show where we do some pre-banter before the main segment. It's peanut butter because PB, those two first letters line up for
Are we going back to that now? Or
No, I just wanted to explain it. I feel like it's been a while. My sister was telling me she's been binging our podcast, and she was like, I love Back to the Tank, but like, what is it? Like, why did it start? And I was like, oh, I guess we haven't really explained that in a while. And I was like, I wonder what other things people could be confused about. And I was like, we just randomly shout pre-banter peanut butter at the beginning of every episode. That might be confusing to some. So, yeah, pre-banter is PB, peanut butter starts with PB, so that's why.
I feel like for YouTube, do you have like graphics for these? Because a lot of these like visual. I feel like we need to do that.
The graphic is me thrusting my hands around. But yeah, anyway, so I do have a little bit of pre-banter up top. Are you ready to jump into that?
Yeah, what you got?
Did you hear the Eminem controversy?
No. What happened?
So they are discontinuing.
You mean like Eminem like the rapper, or like Eminem's like the candy?
No, the candies. I thought you meant like... it's about the Eminem rapper, like the packaging.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're discontinuing the spokes candies. You know, the little like 3D Eminem icons, like their mascot. They're stopping them. They're no longer going to be the spokes candies because apparently like last year they kind of quietly made some design updates.
Did the red one do something racist?
No, they made some design updates to the women M&Ms, like the green and the brown one.
Oh my god, you have the boots,
less sexy.
And then Carl Tuckerson was like,
"Yeah,
you can't make your M&Ms sexy anymore."
That snowballed, and apparently M&M like is just pulling all of those spokes candies. So now, Maya Rudolph, she is an actress. She was the mom in the Lego Movie 2, and she was also Chris Rock's wife in Grown Ups.
Okay, yeah.
She is the new spokesperson of M&M's now. So, like, they're just, I don't know what that means. Like, does that mean they're going to, like, the spokes candies are no longer going to be on the wrappers? I want them to just literally paste Maya Rudolph's face on every M&M. So, you know that the peanut M&M?
Oh, my God.
With, like, the swooshy hair? I want that, but with Maya Rudolph with just peanut butter in her hair. But, I just think that's crazy that like they're cutting that.
Yeah, that's so sad, like, and dumb.
Dude, I know. There was always that really weird Eminem ad where like they were making a movie trailer and like the red one's about to cut a bomb and then
like what now? Like is this gonna be Maya Rudolph?
Gonna be Maya Rudolph. I just want them to go back and not put any money into like updating any of their ads. They just paste Maya Rudolph's face like poorly tracked onto
and like track it
like a still image, like not even like her acting, just like a PNG you can find on Google.
It's like South Park, like for like when she talks.
Yeah,
or,
like
the
Canadians,
it's like the mouth comes
like
down.
Yeah. Her mouth just disconnects. That'd be actually hilarious. Anyways, another bit of pre-banter. Did you hear the Justin Roiland from Rick and Morty and Adult Swim cut ties?
Yeah.
So apparently, like,
dude, that's so crazy.
I don't know the exact.
I've been seeing all these memes where people like everybody like doing auditions for Adult Swim now, or it's like doing like terrible like, oh my god, my neighbor sounds just like Rick.
Yeah,
I'll have to record him sometime.
He
like stupid stuff like that.
Do you know what?
Is there any more news about the allegations or whatever?
Yeah, there's like allegations that he was in like a charged with domestic battery. The last I heard, his lawyers fired back and said like these are inaccurate and like the media has been kind of blowing it out of proportion and like all will come to light. So they're confident that nothing has happened, but I don't know. I don't want to judge without knowing any of the facts. I have also seen those auditions, and the one that I'm seeing getting the most traction is this guy on TikTok, Sean Kelly Says.
I was gonna bring him up, dude. I love him so much. He's such a great guy.
He seems like really like he knows what he's doing.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, they actually, before all this stuff just came out, like he and him actually met up with him, apparently. And there was that one interview they did. Yeah,
Justin Roiland was like, this guy's really good.
And they're like, oh, his vocal cords are like actually like just super close.
So that'd be cool if TikTok got him to replace Justin Roiland just so they can keep the show going.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Super cool guy. I would love to see him do that.
Yeah. I wonder, like, It's something to do impressions, but I wonder like if he can also like act. I think that's also something that's a different skill set. I mean, TikTok,
definitely
can do some decent stuff, but in the context of a show, I imagine, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, that at the same time too, like if for the show itself, if he needed to have like training or like extra time to like learn those extra like acting abilities along with doing the voice,
right?
Then I'm sure they have access to that.
It's probably easier to find someone that knows the voice and then can like train them to act a little bit than to try to train an already trained actor to like force them into the voice. I feel like that other scenario wouldn't work as well.
They're trying so hard to get to the voice that
like,
it
the
wouldn't be
strained,
there.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about acting. My roommate's probably like screaming at me. Anyways, last bit of pre-banter. The Last of Us show has been already renewed for season 2 on HBO Max.
Nice. Like, I have not seen any of it yet. Dude, I've played the games, so like I
watched
know.
the second episode last night with my roommate. So good.
How far is it right now?
It's 2 episodes.
No, I mean in the plot, like what happened.
Slight spoilers for Last of Us show. Skip ahead of time codes if you don't want to know this, but the lady, his like Pedro Pascal's Tess, she just got infected.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like committed seppuku.
I like how you're like the lady, and I'm like Tess. Like I instantly know.
Yeah,
dude, those games were amazing. So like this Naughty Dog knows their stuff so well.
I think we should review. We did like a video game adaptation episode. I want to go back and review because I want to dive deeper into like what specifically makes video games adaptations like difficult and how Last of Us is doing a good job of that. Just all of like the psychology of we've talked about before of like playing a character versus.
It's like if you stick to the source content and it's a good story, it'll come out good. But it's more than that.
Yeah, there's
a lot more to it.
Nuance of the characters. Yeah. Anyways, we'll get into that. All right, ready for the main segment? We've got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah.
So, all right, here we are, main segment. We're talking about 2023 Oscar predictions. We're not going to go through every single one because there's like 23 categories.
There's like 20, yeah.
Some of the ones that we like know more about / think we can predict, I feel like we can talk about. What are your thoughts on just like the Oscars in general as a concept?
I don't really care for the Oscars.
I know. Why? How come?
Okay, here's the thing, right? As an artist, I'm like, I care about art, being able to just do my work and be able to have a fun time doing it. I don't really care for accolades or like
appealing to people kind of thing.
Yeah, like I don't need to be like, oh my god, I have this many awards. Like that doesn't do it for me. Like
sorry.
It's just about are you making good quality work and are you enjoying the process? And if you are, that's all I personally need. So I never really like look to the Oscars to be like, oh my god, it'd be great to like be an actor and like get these awards and stuff like that. Like I really don't give about that.
Yeah, I think there's merit to that. I think I like the idea though of being like celebrated and recognized by your peers for excellence in film. Like I think that's exciting, but there's like a lot of politics behind the Oscars, and I think if you're striving for that recognition by other people like your peers in Hollywood, like the Academy, I don't think that's a good motivation to be in acting. But I think if you're just doing it for the love of crafting,
yeah, that's totally different. If you're doing it for that, and then the awards come in,
by a bias stance, because you're so good and you have this love, then the awards come in. Then I think that's different.
That's totally fine.
Yeah,
I'm down for that. But with that said, again, like the awards itself, I never really pay attention to or care for because it's not really something if it was me, there's no connect.
Okay.
So
yeah, I think the Oscars, a lot of them, some of it's I call them like artsy, fartsy films. Like they are definitely like amazing films by any standard, but like I know on this podcast we talk a lot about more kind of blockbustery, maybe less critical thinking films. So some of these I actually haven't seen a lot of them. So some we're gonna run through will be like I don't know about that, but some other ones they have come up. So let's just jump into it. So I figure we can start with Best Actor. I feel like we can talk about the big ones like Best Picture and Best Animated Feature. I know those are some of our big ones. Those are going to be...
find that? There we go.
Yeah, I have the list here. So Best Actor. Nominees were Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell, The Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser, The Whale, Paul Mescal, Aftersun, and Bill Nye?
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Bill Nye, Living. Yeah.
Wait, you actually say it Nye?
I think so.
With the Y there?
I don't know. Maybe not.
To be fair, I have not seen any of these.
You haven't
seen their trailers.
Elvis? What?
No.
Oh, dude. Well, who do you
I'm
think?
not big into like the movie
hearing
ones
that,
where it's like the like music stars, whatever. Like there's been
Like
so many of them coming
music
out
biopics.
recently.
I like those a lot.
Yeah.
I want to watch the Whitney Houston one. I want to dance with somebody. Who do you think will win Best Asker? Who do you think will win
Best Asker for art?
So I know you haven't seen any of them, but who do you think will win Best Actor this year at the Oscars?
I don't know who I think is gonna win, but I'm telling you this: I love me some Brendan Fraser. The man's so wholesome.
Yeah.
So I want him to win. I'll say that.
I feel that. I want it to be Brendan Fraser more than anything because like that whole comeback story, like basically being blacklisted from Hollywood and coming back to win an Oscar. I want desperately him to win Best Actor and Ke-Huy Quan from Everything Everywhere All at Once to win Best Supporting Actor because he was also nominated.
Yes.
So because they've been bonding. I've seen so many interviews of like and just being happy together that they're kind of back in the realm of Hollywood and like love the craft of acting. I want that to happen. I would also be okay if Austin Butler won, and I think it might lean more towards Austin Butler with Elvis because people are like raving about his performance. I think it could go either way, Brendan Fraser or Austin Butler.
I wouldn't be surprised by that, but yeah.
Yeah. I did watch The Banshees of Inisherin. It's a really kind of interesting movie. So it's like Colin Farrell is like the main guy. He was also Penguin in Batman. Remember he had like Colin Farrell. Okay.
Yeah.
He's like this guy from this small town in Ireland, like very small remote island town. One day his like best friend comes up to, or his best friend just stops being friends with him, like out of the blue. Like they're like little middle-aged to like
wait,
gentlemen.
and then and he tries to become his friend again or something like that.
Yeah, and he's just kind of trying to figure out why he's no longer his friend anymore. The other actor is the guy that played Mad Eye Moody in Harry Potter. He's the other Irish actor who's the friend that leaves him. And it's actually pretty interesting. I watched it, and it's like I thought the whole film was going to be about him trying to become his friend, or like figuring out why he's not his friend anymore. And he straight up tells him like after like the first act, and then it's kind of Colin Farrell kind of coming to terms and like trying to figure out if he can survive without that. And the other actor, the friend that is trying to leave, it's about him kind of and his mortality of like just wanting to like leave a legacy and realizing he's getting older. And it makes you kind of reflect on mortality and relationships and what's important in life. And it was pretty interesting. And it got nominated for a few things.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. I feel like I'd have to watch it then to see like what the reason is. Like, what was the reason? Was it like something he physically did?
Do you want to know?
Literally... Yeah, sure.
Okay, spoilers for the
He says Act 1, so like
it's
assuming
basically it's kind of Act 1. He tells Colin Farrell that basically Colin Farrell's like not the brightest. He's kind of dim and dull, and his friend outright tells him that like basically all these years that they've been at the pub and just having conversations, he's kind of slowly realized like Colin Farrell doesn't have anything really to add, and is just kind of a dim guy and doesn't want to. And with this guy getting older, he's like, I don't want to spend the last days of my life just sitting around a pub, like with a dim guy. He wants to like work on his own music kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. And then it goes even crazier because like, spoilers again, he like starts cutting off his fingers every time Colin Farrell talks to him. It gets crazy. And then so he's like, well, you can't even play the fiddle if you're cutting off your fingers. And he's like, that's how important this is that you stop talking to me. I'm like, what the heck? It's weird, dude.
Okay.
It's on HBO Max if you want to watch.
The Irish be like.
Next is Best Actress. I haven't seen most of these. So Kate Blanchett for Tar, I've heard pretty good things about. Ana de Armas, Blonde. Andrea Riseborough to Leslie. Michelle Williams, The Fablemans. Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Michelle Yeoh, the lead actress from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Is that the mother or is that the daughter?
That's the mother.
Kind of like,
because Best Actress is like the lead. Like, I think the daughter was actually nominated for Best Supporting Actress, which we'll get to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it should be Michelle.
Yeah, who do you think will win Best Actress this year? You think Michelle from?
Well, I haven't seen a lot of these movies. I feel like I'm like, oh my god, I'm shooting into the dark.
I know
here.
I don't think
for like a lot of these.
I heard really not great things about Blonde. So I mean, maybe Ana de Armas's performance was good, but this was one that I was surprised that she was nominated for when I saw that. Yeah, and her performance might have been great, but I heard like I guess the other aspects of it weren't. Yeah, I think I shouldn't
watch it.
I don't know. I've never seen it. I think if anyone has a chance of beating Michelle from Everything Everywhere All at Once, it's probably Kate Blanchett from Tar. I've heard good things about Tar. I think I just want everything from Everything Everywhere All at Once to win. Any nominee from Everything Everywhere All at Once to win, because I love the story behind just like how it was like a low budget movie, and then just by word of mouth just skyrocketed in popularity, like everything around it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just realized Kate Blanchett's name is with a C.
Yeah.
I never knew that. I always thought it was a K.
Hey, you learn something new every day on the podcast. All right. Next, we've got Best Supporting Actor. So we've got Brendan Gleeson from the Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry from Causeway, Jude Hirsch, The Fablemans, Barry Keoghan, The Banshees of Inisherin, and Ke-Huy Quan from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Who do you think will win Best Supporting Actor this year?
Dude, I gotta give this short round. He did such an amazing job. Like, I mean, like you said too yourself, like him coming back into the field, but then like also being able to have like his martial arts background.
Yeah.
That was then able to help him like actually perform, and like the scenes he was doing to where like he's going like crazy out of nowhere. Like, oh, it was so awesome.
I think actually I've seen most of these movies, and actually think I have like a decent recollection of all these roles. The only one I haven't seen is Brian Tyree Henry from Causeway, but I think like Brendan Gleeson was Mad Eye Moody in The Banshees of Inisherin, and then Barry Keoghan, he was in Eternals, and he was also the Joker at the end of the Batman. I think he was Druid in the Eternals. I don't think like he did a great job in the Banshees, but I don't think he'll win. And like I don't think the two Banshee nominees, I don't think they were better than Ke-Huy Quan. I'm so sorry, I'm mispronouncing that every time. And then Jude Hirsch was like in The Fablemans was a really small role. Like he did great in it, but it was like one scene. So like I don't know. I feel like I don't think he'll win. So the only contender that I don't know, like the wild card out here, is Brian Tyree Henry. He was the guy. He was the Thomas guy in Bullet Train.
The tank. Oh.
Yeah. So
I was kind of close.
I'd be okay with him winning. He seems like a cool guy. But I want I want Short Round to win. Yeah.
So yeah. No, I totally agree.
Yeah. All right. Next, we've got Best Supporting Actress. Then we're out of the acting category. So this one, I actually don't think
Everything Everywhere All at Once has so many freaking nominations.
I know, and I'm happy for it.
That's so great.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis was nominated for this, along with Stephanie Sue. I'm probably mispronouncing it. She was the villain, the daughter. Then Carrie Condon from Banshees of Inisherin, Hong Chow, The Whale, and Angela Bassett, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. So who do you think will win Best Supporting Actress this year?
Jamie Lee
Curtis and Everything Everywhere All at Once was the noodle finger lady and like the lone lady. Yeah. And then Stephanie was the daughter.
It was the daughter.
Was like the villain.
I was like trying to remember where Jamie Lee Curtis was. I'm like, oh yeah, she was the tax audit or whatever.
Yeah. And in the other universe, she was her wife.
Yeah.
I love that. I love how stupid
good
like
writing.
How good it was. Like and like you said, like there's just a universe where they're rocks.
Dude, that was my favorite part.
Stephanie Shu, I think is her name. Stephanie Shu, maybe. I think they might give this to. I could see it going to. And I could also see it going to Angela Bassett from Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Honestly,
I could see that too. I think it's either going to be Black Panther or Steph.
Yeah, she was pretty good.
Yeah. I feel like I gotta watch The Whale because it's been a good couple for The Whale.
Yeah, dude, I need to watch. That's one I've wanted to watch. All right, next, Best Cinematography: All Quiet on the Western Front, Bardo, False Chronicles of a Handful of Truths, Empire of Light, Tar, and Elvis. What do you think will win Best Cinematography this year at the Oscars? And the only reason I bring this one up, I feel like I haven't seen a lot of these. I'm pretty sure you haven't seen any of these. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm pissed. I feel like Batman was snubbed. It should have at least been nominated for Best Cinematography.
Honestly.
I'm actually pissed that the Batman. I'm
nominating Batman.
No, I think we should write in. The Academy should write in the Batman, and it should win. Like, unprecedented. But like, I know I'm just a Greg Fraser super fan. He did like the cinematography on Dune, Rogue One, etc. But like, Batman was nominated for Best Sound and VFX. But like, what? There's like a fantastic dude. Honestly, I need to send you this. There's a fantastic video breaking down his process and like some cinematography tricks he did. He literally used like unconventional, like warped lenses to get like this distinct look just for certain shots. I know that's not all that goes into cinematography, but just like the fact that like when you know the craft
that
so
he's
well,
thinking on that level,
that you're like, yeah, breaking the rules to like, yeah, think on that level and do it. Like, come on. And I also was sorry, I did mention, I kind of breezed over it, but Batman was nominated for Best Sound, and I just kept thinking, something in the way. It should have been nominated for Best Score or Song, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, that dung, dung, dung.
Yeah. So I actually have no idea who's actually going to win this, but it should be the Batman.
I agree. It should be the Batman. I'm going to just take a shot in the dark here.
Yeah.
James Friend sounds like a nice name. He sounds friendly. So I'm going to say All Quiet on the Western Front.
Okay, that's actually a foreign film. That's a German film. It's like
really?
A German war movie. And we'll talk about it because it's nominated for some other things later.
What was Bardo about?
I don't know. About the false chronicle of a handful of truths.
What the fuck does that even mean?
It's like Narnia or something. I don't know. When I hear chronicle, I just think of Narnia instantly. Right, ready to jump into Best Adapted Screenplay and Best Original Screenplay. These are two separate categories, but I figured we could just talk about them together.
Yes.
So I think it's important to break down. I kind of researched what adapted versus original screenplay was because I had an idea, but I just wanted to like make sure it was clear. So an adapted screenplay is a script based on someone else's original idea that you need to get the rights to adapt into a script. And then an original screenplay is more self-explanatory. It's like your own idea to which you own the copyrights to.
So wait, Glass Onion was...
That's the thing, yeah. So for adapted, it's weird because the adapted nominees were All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery, Living, Top Gun Maverick, and Women Talking. So I guess because maybe last time Knives Out would have been original screenplay, but because technically Glass Onion is adapted from Knives Out, it's not an original.
It's now adapted.
Or maybe it's like based loosely on some mystery novel that he read or something.
Like Top Gun makes the most sense here because like in my mind.
Because it's adapted from the first Top Gun?
Yeah. But like there's also been the time difference there and like...
Well, then, yeah, I guess if Top Gun makes sense to you, then I guess they can't make a different rule for Glass Onion since it's also a sequel. But yeah, and I think All Quiet on the Western Front was like based on a book or something like that. And I don't know, Women Talking, maybe just based on women talking. Like that's not an original idea. Come on. maybe
before the feminist math.
Yeah. Women Talking. Maybe that was an original idea like before women's suffrage. Everyone was like, "What is that?" Oh man, that's a horrible joke. So out of those, what do you think?
Something I would say out of pocket.
What do you think is gonna win Best Adapted Screenplay this year?
Best Adaptive, I'm gonna say
Adapted.
Adapted, whatever.
It's a third category, Best Adaptive.
I'm gonna say Top Gun, even though I haven't seen it all the way through.
Okay. I wish it would be Top Gun, but I don't think it will. I think it's too mainstream for the Academy. I think they need some artsy frou-frou thing to win.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what, you think it's going to be like Glass Onion or Living or something like that?
I think it's going to be one of the nominees that were adapted from like a book or a short story or something. Like I don't think it'll be a sequel. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think of the politics. Like I'm trying to like game the system.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I don't
think about that stuff
right,
too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Dude, Top Gun for me. I talked about this on the podcast, I think, right? About my viewing experience.
Oh yeah. You have talked about it. Yeah.
Okay. It was such a terrible experience.
Yeah, Daniel has only seen half of Top Gun because the movie cut out. That was the abbreviated
It cut out
version.
right when homie was going down. He passed out on the plane. And they're like, eject! And then the movie ejected, dude.
Yeah. Maybe it'll win Best Adapted Screenplay because like it's so good that like it transcended beyond the movie into the theater.
The way I view it, it was adapted to a first person's perspective of the pilot, and it cut out because like the movie ended, directed by George Lucas.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Meme.
Yeah. All right. So we also got the original nominees. So these are the original screenplays. Best original screenplay.
The Banshee everywhere. It's gonna be everywhere.
Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Ever All at Once. The Fabelmans.
What's Tar about?
And Tranquil Side. Tar is it's like a music one. I think
Oh God. Are you also supposed to say it Tar or are you supposed to say like Tar?
I don't know. It's like
Tar.
I don't know. Renowned musician Lydia Tarr is days away from recording the symphony that will elevate her career. When all elements seem to conspire against her, Lydia's adopted daughter Petra becomes an integral emotional support for her struggling mother. It's another musical one, so maybe you wouldn't like it. But this isn't like musician; it's like composer. So maybe it's a fresh spin. Maybe you will like it.
I could like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I watched the trailer and it looked interesting. For all these ones that like they were nominated a bunch and I hadn't seen them, I was like, I'm not gonna watch all these, but I watched the trailer, so I at least know something. Yeah, I honestly though, I don't know what the Academy's like. Like I don't know if you win Best Screenplay, then you're like a shoo-in to win Best Picture, or if you are awarded Best Screenplay, you won't get Best Picture. So if I have to, like, I'm again trying to game the system, if I have to sacrifice Everything Everywhere All at Once from winning Best Original Screenplay so that it can win Best Picture, I'd be okay giving that sacrifice up. I know it has literally nothing to do with me, but that's what I would do, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be okay if it lost out to Original Screenplay award, but then won Best Picture. I mean, it'd be great if it won both, but I mean, Everything Everywhere All at Once is an interesting concept. Just like the multiverse paired with this normal Asian family in like a laundromat. Like that's pretty unique. And then like the noodle fingers, like who comes up with that, you know?
I mean, it was just great how they had their own way of saying like the multiversal way, like how it worked. And then how they then explored that. Just the exploration there was amazing.
Yeah.
And donut. But yeah, I couldn't agree with that. I think I was like, again, I don't know anything about these words. You kept on saying big picture or best picture, and I was like, big picture.
Biggest picture. They should do biggest picture, and it's just like, what was the best big blockbuster? It'd probably be Avatar, honestly, if that one.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, with that said, I totally agree. That's like I don't know anything about these awards, my guy.
Sorry,
like I'm just here.
I guess this is more of me like speaking.
Yeah, this is definitely
like,
more.
Yeah,
up
makes
your...
sense. All right, I do have a little bit of an intermission before we jump into the next one. So
what we got?
Do you think anyone will get slapped this year at the Oscars?
Oh my god.
And also, how many slapping jokes do you think there will be?
There's gonna be one too many slapping jokes,
which is at least one. If there's one,
who's hosting this year?
Jimmy Kimmel. So there's gonna be slapping jokes.
Oh Jesus!
I think the retired M&M spokes candies should host this animated. They just are like really perfect. Salty that like because candy salt and sweet, but they're just salty that like they've been like retired, so they're just like.
So we had to get a new job.
So like one of them's like the blue one's just like depressed and drunk, like hosting it or something. I don't know.
Oh my god, that'd be great. Yeah, it's gonna definitely be one too many jokes. Nothing crazy is gonna happen this year.
There's gonna be like extra security.
Not extra security, but that'd be so funny though. Imagine if somebody ran up to get slapped or like do a slap or something like that, and then they get tased.
Get tackled, yeah. It's like a sniper. That would
Jesus, I wouldn't go that far, but
it's like a Nerf sniper. It just like pegs him and he's like, you got me. Yeah, I'm done.
Oh my god.
Like airsoft something. I don't know. That'd be wild. I'm just now imagining the M&M spokes candies posted up with airsoft guns ready to take out anyone that comes up on stage to slap Jimmy Kimmel.
They're like, take the shot.
That's the only way now that the Oscars last year could be beat.
Oh no, dude. What? Here's the thing. It's like, instead of airsoft, it's paintball guns, right? But each M&M, their paintball gun, the balls have their own filling.
They can confirm their kills.
Yeah.
That was red. That was me. Oh my gosh.
Anywho.
Yeah, dude.
Back to the tank.
Wait, I also love that we talked about, like, we explained PreBanter, and I was like, it's because my sister didn't know what Back to the Tank was, and we didn't explain that. And we're going to keep it that way. You'll have to find out next time. All right.
You'll have to go back and listen, okay?
It's our episode from... Empire Strikes Back, like one of our first episodes. That's the one where we came up with it. It was like episode 7 or something of the podcast. Anyways, we just did cinematography, or no, sorry, screenplays, and now we're gonna do film editing. If that's cool with you.
Let me find it here. I have like a cheat sheet with all the things.
I know. I sent Daniel a cheat sheet.
I see it. Okay.
So yeah, we got the Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, and Top Gun Maverick. What do you think will win Best Film Editing at the Oscars this year?
Well, for my experience with Top Gun, man, I had live editing.
Yeah. Transcendent.
So I gotta go with that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Freaking movie cutout. Honestly, so this is I can nerd out a little here. I've studied like the craft of editing like a good bit, and so good editing is not often noticed when they judge editing. It's when it seamlessly carries you through the story and nothing is like jarring, like no jarring cuts. I think because of that, Elvis might not win, because Elvis had really like fancy editing and like
Flashy.
drew my eye in, which was impressive and awesome. But I think the Academy and just like editing purists will be like, no, editing's supposed to be like when you don't notice the cuts, that's when it's good editing. That being said, though, maybe the Academy will shock me and go for something that's like crazy with editing, like Elvis. So Elvis could win, but I think Elvis was nominated because it was so in your face and it was like crazy. I remember when I saw it, the first thing I noticed in that opening sequence, I was like, holy crap, like the editing is like crazy. Just like they were doing like so many different like cross dissolves and like just different techniques that I hadn't really seen much before. So it could be Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like the editing between the universes, like cutting between multiverses was pretty seamless.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, no, coming to think of it with Everything All at Once, I'm thinking of the editing sequences to where like when they meet the first time in the hallway and like she's like doing all the things, like the special effects there, of course, but like the actual cutting and like compiling of like her like switching her outfits like on the fly while also like taking these dudes apart and like doing all this weird stuff to them. Like that, I feel like that scene alone, honestly, could really take the cake there.
I just noticed you have your Santa hat behind you on the couch still.
Yeah, man, I'm ready to go.
So, I watched this really cool breakdown of the VFX for Everything Everywhere All at Once. It came out 10 months ago and I watched it, but I just remembered. But like, you know the scene where she's getting like whisked from the loan officer desk and she gets whisked in her chair, like, and is flying back and gets into the like coat closet. And then her husband from an alternate universe like kind of breaks the concept of like the multiverse to her.
Yeah.
That scene where she's like flying back in the chair, what they did was they just dragged her through the office really slowly, like just back to the closet, and just filmed it real time, but had a super high shutter so that anytime she moved, like it would like leave trails and be like really wonky. And then she acted like really slow, like, whoa, and then they sped it up in the edit, and that's how they got that effect. They just like literally just like whisked, like drove her chair, rolled her chair back, and then sped it up. I think that's hilarious.
It's amazing how stuff like that works. How many times did they have to try that though?
I don't know. There was
one go.
There was 5 people that did all the VFX for that film. Yeah, and it wasn't nominated.
Bruh. I didn't know that. Holy guacamole.
Yeah, dude. That's another reason I love it, dude. I just want it to win everything. Anyways. So you say Everything Everywhere could win Best Editing? Yeah. I think it could be Elvis if the Academy goes flashy, and I think it could be a different one like Banshees if they don't. Anyways, all right. We're about to get into some of the big ones, so I just kind of want to breeze through just the ones we're skipping over. So Best International Feature Film, I haven't seen any of them. Best Makeup and Hairstyling, Best Documentary Feature, Best Documentary Short, haven't seen any. Best Short Animated, Best Animated Short. I actually did look through this, and there's one on there called My Year of Dicks, and I watched it. I found it online.
Was it any good?
It's so weird. Like, just I cannot wrap my head about how crazy this is. Like this whole story around it. So My Year of Dicks is about this girl's story of trying to lose her virginity when she was 15 in the early 90s. I think someone else directed it, but I think it was based on like a short story or like some piece of media that the person who is recounting it like made. So just imagine you like, I'll make a little short film about like how I lost my virginity, and then it was nominated for an Oscar. Like what? Like I think that's so like kind of rad, but I was just like so weird. Like I don't know how I would process.
I don't know if I would feel about that.
Because then like idiots like me look it up online, and now I know how this girl like talked to like 5 dudes and was trying to like just lose her virginity and couldn't until like the very end. She like ends up getting with her close friend, and it's like a happy ending. But the animation is pretty unique, so I understand why I was nominated, but I was just like, dang, that's so interesting. Anyways, breezing past. So Best Live Action Short, haven't seen any. Best Sound, Best Original Song, Best Original Score, Best Production Design, Best Costume Design. But now I want to get into some of the heavy hitters. Are you okay skipping all those? Sorry, I just kind of breeze past.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got Best Visual Effects.
Well, let me find out my sheet.
So we've got All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Top Gun: Maverick. What do you think's going to win Best Visual Effects of the Oscars this year?
I have to say Avatar.
I think Avatar's a shoo-in. I think it would be hilarious though.
Yeah.
If Black Panther won, because
especially with what happened with the first one,
they did like similar water effects. Yeah, because the first one was bad, but also the Black Panther Wakanda Forever did so many water effects, very much to a lesser quality than Avatar. Like Black Panther's effects were good, but like Avatar was just on another level. So if Black Panther won, that'd be such like an FU to James Cameron in Avatar.
It would be.
Like that would suck for him. It'd be funny, like, but like that would suck.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm happy you pointed that out. It'd be funny. It'd be like hecka memes, you know? It'd be...
Hecka memes. Should be oh my gosh. Hecka memes. I've never heard that. I love that. All right. Do you think anything else has a chance of beating Avatar?
Nah. I think it has to be Avatar.
Yeah. Did Avatar win in 2009?
Was a masterpiece.
Best VFX Oscar winners. I don't know what won in 2009 or 2010. It was Avatar. Okay. That makes sense.
Did Avatar also win Best Picture at that?
Best Picture. No, The Hurt Locker won. I don't know what that is. It's like just about some kid in a locker just being bullied. Oh, wait,
this is exactly what I was thinking.
No, it's a war movie, actually. It's a war movie, it looks like. It looks like Jeremy Renner was in it. Interesting. Is that Jeremy Renner?
Has there been any news about him, actually? How's his state been?
As of a day ago, more news about like what he was doing. I don't think there's any like update to his state, but it's been released that he was trying to save his nephew from a sliding snowplow, and that's how he got crushed. That's how Jeremy Renner got crushed.
The nephew, I'm assuming, okay then?
I believe so. I'm not sure.
That's good.
Anyways. All right, ready to jump into Best Animated Feature?
Yes.
This is one I'm most excited to talk about. So
same.
There's Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, and Turning Red. What do you think will win Best Animated Feature at the Oscars this year? Sorry to interrupt.
I still need to see Marcel the Shell.
Same. That's the only one I haven't seen.
Yeah.
So that's a wild card to me.
I don't know. I love Puss in Boots, and it's Puss in Boots. I think was a great not only sequel. I mean, because we talked about this, but like the way that they're learning about how to, like, especially from Spider-Verse, how to expand upon how to animate with these extra effects, taking from old school and giving it this new school flair.
Yeah.
With that said, though, I haven't seen good old Guillermo's Pinocchio.
Oh, shoot. That's right.
I know you have.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I think, I just want to caveat, I think if Spider-Verse had never come out, I know Puss in Boots probably wouldn't have happened this way, but if Puss in Boots had come out now and Spider-Verse was never a thing, and we were just like, holy crap, this is so new, I think Puss in Boots would have won. I want Puss in Boots 2 to win so bad, but I think Guillermo del Toro's will win. And I'm 100% okay with that. Like I said before, like the only other stop motion film that won was Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. So I think it's due for another stop motion one.
And based off what I have
and
seen, I mean, visually,
like, it's just impressive, so crazy. I think Marcel the Shell with Shoes On is like kind of an artsy one that the Academy could lean towards. It's a wild card because that's the only one I haven't seen.
Yeah, no, it's very artsy, very funny, and like wholesome. But like, I don't think it'd be to that level.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
but I don't think Sea Beast or Turning Red have a chance.
Yeah,
I liked Sea Beast. It was like a fun pirate adventure, and I loved seeing just like the world they built, where it was just like this group of pirates. Have you seen it, Sea Beast?
I don't know if I've seen it all the way through.
Oh, I like the beginning is one of my favorite parts. Is like when they're just like in their element before the inciting incident, where they're just like pirates kicking butt. You know, like that was really cool.
Yeah,
like they were just so good at their job. It's just kind of slowed towards the middle. But yeah, I think Guillermo del Toro's will win. Like the artistry there. Artisan is impressive. I want Puss in Boots 2 to win, though.
It's just nice when you're able to get when you have somebody that knows how they want things to feel, because that's the big thing, is capturing that feel and then making sure it's presented right. And from everything I've seen from that movie,
Pinocchio.
From Pinocchio,
yeah,
that Pinocchio. Oh, here's the thing too.
It's also,
this year we've got 3 Pinocchios.
I know. It's also emphasized how good this Pinocchio is because of how bad the other ones were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
sorry. Speaking of Puss in Boots, though, I was checking our sequel showdown episode with Puss in Boots 2 versus Avatar 2. Our podcast, like itself, is at 1K views, which is our first long form video on YouTube to hit 1K. So thank you to everyone for that support. You also mentioned that you think they released Puss in Boots 2 right around the time of Avatar. I was like, why'd they do that? And you were saying it's probably to get into the 2022 awards season. And I think you're right, because I think if they released it next year, Spider-Verse 2 would have been a shoe-in to win Best Animated Feature. So I think this year they have more of a chance. I still don't think they're going to win. I think Del Toro's is going to win.
No,
but I think they have more of a chance this year. And they were at least nominated, so that worked. But Puss in Boots 1 was nominated for Best Feature in 2011, so this could be a chance to rewrite history, Daniel. Come out on top this year.
Making a comeback.
Yeah. Rango won that year.
Like the whole movie's theme, man, in another life, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, actually, we were just talking about like how, don't pander to like the awards and stuff. That was all Puss in Boots 2 was, actually thinking it back. It was just pandering to the Oscars. No, it wasn't. All right, and finally, we've got Best Picture. All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. What do you think will win Best Picture this year at the Oscars?
It needs to be Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yes,
as amazing as Avatar was, like
Avatar, wow,
especially without
Way of Water.
Well, that's the thing. It did wow, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it did not give the same feel. Like
it's also too
Triple E.
If Avatar 1 didn't win in 2009, I don't think Avatar 2 has a chance this year.
Yeah.
Or 2010, whatever it was. Yeah. I want it to be Everything Everywhere All at Once. I haven't seen Tar, Triangle of Sadness, All Quiet on the Western Front, or Women Talking. What I want to have happen, I want All Quiet on the Western Front to win Best Foreign feature, Best Foreign Picture, Best International Feature Film. That's what it's called. And I think it will.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to win that, and I don't think it will win Best Picture.
Anything else?
I don't think a foreign film has won Best Picture ever, except for Parasite in 2019. I think every other one has been Hollywood, like U.S.
I thought Parasite was American. What was it?
No, it's Korean, I believe.
Oh, I'm flipping my movies. Oh my god, I was thinking of a totally different film. I was thinking of this one where it's like aliens and stuff, and I'm like, no, that's not right. Yeah.
Have you seen Parasite?
Again, parts of it, not all of it.
It's pretty good. It's unique. I mean, it won Best Picture, so it has to be. Wow. I think it's giving.
Be, maybe up there a little bit.
Maybe good. Yeah. So I think it will be Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I want it to be so badly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool underdog story with the word of mouth and everything. Anyways, final Oscar thoughts. Was there anything you wanted to get nominated that didn't, besides Batman getting snubbed for cinematography?
Not really. Again, you're asking a guy that doesn't really. Oh my god, no.
Wait, Daniel, wait. Where's Morbius? What the heck?
Yeah, what the heck,
Morbius in all of this?
Dude, I need.
The Morbius cinematic.
Why is it not?
The year of
that
Morbius.
should be Best Picture. That should be best.
We should write that in. Academy, write in. We need to start a movement. Hashtag. What should it be? Hashtag. It's Morbin time at the Oscars. That's too long.
Yeah.
Hashtag Morbin Oscars.
Is there best like vibe? Because
Oscar. How do you combine Morbius and Oscars? Oscius. Morskers. Hashtag Morskers.
Oh god, no.
Morskers 2023. Morpskers. Wait, what would have Morbius been, like, what possibly could it have been nominated for?
I'm looking for that now. I'm like, best short live action.
Best director.
Because it was cut short with its third act.
Yeah, it's just like best documentary. It's like, it's the accounts of real life Dr. Michael Morbius. They stick in there somehow. Yeah, I literally don't know what it could have been nominated for. You know what? Maybe that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't nominated. Anyways, all right.
Best costume design. Bats.
Any last final Oscar thoughts before we jump into the next segment?
Nah, I'm good.
All right.
Gucci Mane.
Are you good to skip quirky queries this time? We're kind of running a little long.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right, ready for TTTT?
Yeah, what we got?
Did you know that a lot of Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio was filmed on a $250 camera? That's it.
What was the camera?
Let me explain. So, because Pinocchio was stop motion and didn't require a fast shutter or sensor to pick up intricacies in the motion blur, Del Toro and his team just needed to find a camera that took decent still pictures. So they were able to get away with shooting many sequences of the film on a Canon 5D, which is like a camera that came out in 2005 and that anyone can order for like as little as $250 today.
That is kind of smart to think about.
Yeah.
Because think about it too, as you're working around like a stop motion scene, because it's also a smaller
you don't
camera,
want a bulky
compared to like a whole traditional
yeah,
rig.
Yeah.
So you're able to actually get in there into the scenes and do stuff.
They did use some bigger rigs for some of it, but
yeah,
for like probably shots that needed, I don't know, wider
for
depth
all
of
of it
field.
because it's stop motion, so like you still need to have something there. But like
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this credit to Corridor crew. I saw this on their latest Animators React, but like they actually showed like there's a clip from the behind the scenes and they're using a Canon 5D to take the still pictures. Like that's worse than the camera I'm using to record this podcast. Like that's crazy. Anyways, all right, ready for to draft?
Yeah, what are we drafting this time?
The Oscar winners of the best animated feature from years past. I'm first anyway, so do you want me to go?
Yeah, sure.
The only option for number 1, Spider-Verse.
Okay. Screw you. I didn't even get down that far yet. Jeez. Okay.
Bro.
But here's the thing.
It's unbeatable. Spider-Verse 2
can't
is
beat that.
shoe-in for next year. I want to choose that for next year, but you can't.
But here's the thing, okay?
Yeah?
Me going back, I have to go with Shrek.
I knew you were going to choose that. That also, if you look on the list, freaking Jimmy Neutron was nominated this year. Let us again. Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, is an Oscar-nominated film. Like, what?
That's like, what the heck, dude?
I think they just didn't have enough animated movies that year.
Well, yeah, they did it back then, dude. It was
sick.
Emerging media.
Yeah, that is cool, though, to say that. But, yeah, that's fair. All right.
I know what your second one is.
The Incredibles, baby. Come on.
Yep.
That's my favorite animated movie. I mean, Spider-Verse is up there too. That's why I chose it. But like, I mean, my 1 and 2 are strong. I'm happy with this. Incredibles, man. It's such a good story.
Did Toy Story 2 not get nominated at all?
Well, that was in the 90s before this was an award.
Oh, that is right. Yeah, that's right. I was going to say. Because I saw Toy Story 3, and I'm like, I'm actually going to go with WALL-E.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh, wait, shoot.
WALL-E,
that was
dude.
my next one. Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, it's such a beautiful movie. I mean, WALL-E's great. It's great.
I think Toy Story 2 was nominated for something.
That's why I remember it being nominated for something. That's what I was saying. Like
Best Music. It was nominated for.
Oh,
but yeah, Toy Story 2 was the 2000 Oscars, and then they started introducing Best Animated Feature as a category in 2001. So it just missed it.
Interesting.
All right, I'm gonna choose Spirited Away. I think for my next one. I actually haven't seen it, but I know it's so beloved and it's on my list, and now I can watch it because I have it on my team here.
I think you'd like it. I haven't seen it in a long time. It's been a hot minute. I feel like I need more range in mine.
I've got good range in mine right now.
You do. And see, here's the thing. A lot of this is just Pixar. But
yeah, I know that's because Pixar's great back in the day, at least.
You know what? I'm gonna say Happy Feet because I love Happy Feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't interesting. That was kind of like
it was different. And the animation style was different too. I also like how it was focusing on.
Trip. Oh, I think it Surfs Up. I'm thinking Surfs Up is also.
Yeah, you think it Surfs
crazy. Like the mockumentary animation style. That was pretty cool.
Out of the two, I'd probably say Surfs Up. I'd seen watch Surfs Up over Happy Feet, but
yeah.
I like the idea. I like how Happy Feet kind of like move things a different direction about getting away from like I guess we already had other ones where like was staying away from people, but like I don't know. It felt weird with this one. But in like a cool way.
Okay.
For me as an animator. It's so weird to describe, but like it makes sense in my brain.
Yeah. All right. Gosh. I have like a few Pixar ones that like I want to get one of them, but I don't know if I want all of them. So I'm going to say...
You're going to say Up.
No, that's actually lower on my list.
Really?
Because I already have Brad Bird on here. I'm not going to say Ratatouille, but that's up there. I think I'm going to say Finding Nemo, honestly. I really like Finding Nemo. Yeah, it is a classic. I'm also seeing here that freaking Shaun the Sheep lost to Inside Out. How'd that happen? What the heck?
I'm going to say Big Hero 6. Big Hero 6 I actually do like a lot. It was a really good movie.
Oh, that was on my list. That's a good one. That movie. I need to rewatch that. I haven't seen that in a while, actually.
I love, like, just the whole story itself. But, like, from an environment artist perspective, seeing San Fran, Tokyo, it was beautifully how they combined different aspects of that.
Strange World wasn't nominated for Best Animated Feature, I just realized.
Yep.
And I'm
or
not
I guess
surprised.
nah.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's all right. I think I'm going to, again, kind of round out my list. I wanted some diversity. I'm going to do Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Rare Rabbit to get some 3D, or not 3D, sorry, some stop motion in there.
The only stop motion that you could have gotten.
The only diversity.
Yeah. I'm going to say Rango. Okay. I want to have something else that's other than Pixar.
Yeah.
But also, I just love that animation too. Plus Johnny Depp. So like, come on.
Johnny Depp. Yeah. Cool. Oh, I also want to note, Klaus was snubbed in 2019. It should have won. Did you watch Klaus this year over the holidays? You said you were going to.
Dude. It was beautiful.
Think? Yeah?
It was amazing.
Dude, yeah. I freaking love it. Dude, like oh my gosh. I remember
it's like literally gonna become my new Christmas classic.
Yeah, dude, it's so good. Yeah. My mom watched it for the first time too. And I remember I watched that for the first time in 2020, right after it came out. I was like alone in LA, like right after I moved here. I think everyone else here was like 21 or had fake IDs in the Hollywood program I was in, so they were all at the bars. And I was like, I need to watch something. And I saw it on Netflix, and I was like, just like stumbled across it. I heard nothing about
Everyone
it.
Everyone else is out getting drunk, and then you're just there like, wholesome Christmas movie.
Dude,
time.
I loved it. It was like one of my favorite nights. I'd never heard of it. I was like, this looks interesting. So I just like stumbled upon it, and I was like, that was incredible. Yeah, I think it was probably right around the time the Oscars were announced. So that's probably why I was like front on Netflix.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah. Anyways, all right. But yeah, Toy Story 4 had to win. Ready for patron shoutouts?
Yeah, hit me with them.
Cue the episode's music. Boost. We've got Patron Lori, Frank, Rick, Lisa, Evan, Tony. Thank you so much for pledging the tier. Thank you to the shout out. If you'd like to support us over on Patreon, like it's down in the description. You get the audio episode early, special benefits, cool perks, all that jazz, and more. Thank you seriously, sincerely to our Patreon supporters. Ready for cool comments?
Yeah. We got talking this time about us and doing things.
So, Josh McIntyre on our movie life lessons / quotes episode from last week said, Oogway is the meaning of wisdom, to be honest. The Kung Fu Panda universe is an art form and an amazing influence on my movie life growing up. I totally agree. Like, I want to do a deep dive episode into just the entire Kung Fu Panda trilogy. Yeah. Maybe we can do it leading up to... if there's any announcements for Kung Fu Panda 4. But I actually did talk to, there's another creator on TikTok that's, we've been kind of going back and forth, and he wants to come on the show, and we talked about doing like, he's like a DreamWorks guy, so we talked about doing that if you're down to have him on as a guest.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Cool. All right, ready for the introduction.
Yeah, tell me when.
What if I just never say anything? We just never end.
I was gonna say you're just like
when
we just talked about what we want to talk about, and now we're done.
Thank you seriously, sincerely so much for listening. Leave a comment. Let us know if you agree with our Oscar predictions. Let us know your own Oscar predictions. We are genuinely curious to know. We'll see you next time, and see you at the Oscars, March 12th. I mean, we won't be there, but like, we'll see what happened. All right, goodbye.
Bye.